No coiners, pre-coiners, new coiners, shit coiners, wage slaves, debt slaves, Bitcoiners of all description. This is Daniel from the Bitcoin Citadel here at the lake. Beautiful sunrise this morning. And today I'm going to talk to my new coiners. Again, this is my group I'm focusing on at this point in Citadel summer. And for you new coiners, you do not want to be the low-hanging fruit. That should be your focus in the first part of your journey. Have you ever played one of those, massively multiplayer online games? There's a kind of a person who plays those games that's called a griefer. And what a griefer does is wait in a spawning zone where new players, come into the game and kills the new players and takes their stuff. That's a griefer, right? We're going to have the same thing in Bitcoin. So you got to be ready for that, right? These griefers are not the best players. They're just looking for the low-hanging fruit. They're looking for players in the game of Bitcoin, in this case, that are not prepared. So what you want to do is get prepared from the beginning. Let's play through a scenario of a new coiner. You sign up for Coinbase. You provide your personal information, so Coinbase can know who you are. So you've KYC'd yourself. They know your address and your phone number and all that information, right? And you buy some Bitcoin and you leave it on the exchange for now, right? So you're a new coiner. You might have come from the shitcoin world because Coinbase is a shitcoin exchange too, right? And you decide, you listen to Jor or Rajat or Forrest, and those are the Maple Bitcoin guys. I love Maple Bitcoin. You listen to Jerry Loves Freedom, some kind of Bitcoiner who's trying to bring new coiners, convert no coiners into new coiners, right? Convert shit coiners into Bitcoiners. And you decide, hey, I'm into this Bitcoin thing. I want to start stacking sats. That's cool. Well, the next step in your Bitcoin journey is hardware wallets, cold storage, eventually down the road to multi-sig. And that journey is a little fraught. You need to do it correctly. So what do? One thing that you can do to not be the low-hanging fruit is to join a Bitcoin community. And that's really what helped me. So I'm going to tell you my Bitcoin journey in this regard. I joined Jack Cruz's community, not just for Bitcoin, but because I was really interested in being a decentralized savage. And he is the decentralized medicine, circadian biology guy. And he's not for everyone, because he's like Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, right? He doesn't sugarcoat it. And he has a pretty good community in his forums, and he does a lot of education. That's really what he is. He's a doctor in the old school. He's an educator, but he's a rascal too. The next community that I found, not really a community in the sense that people help each other out like on Jack's forums, but Nolan Bowerly's breakup community in the morning, and he talks about Bitcoin, and he's like a philosopher. He's like the Forrest Gump of Bitcoin. He was there, in the room when things were happening for a lot of the big events in Bitcoin. And there's a community that follows him. He does a show every morning. It's called The Great Awakening now. It's on Bitcoin on Rumble. The community I finally found that helped me the most was Jor's community, 88 Sats Radio. It's called Living in the Future. And that's a great community. It has a Signal group that's really, really great. And there's a lot of experienced Bitcoiners in there that I was pretty experienced by the time I joined his group, actually. But there's a lot of experienced Bitcoiners that help new people to get to not be the low hanging fruit. And finally, I think the last community that I want to talk about is the school community that the Maple Bitcoin guys have just started. That's a great community building now. And again, this is a place where Bitcoiners can go to learn more about how not to be that low hanging fruit. Jor and I started a company with some of our friends, including some of the smartest, best Bitcoin educators I know. It's called Bitcoin Citadel. It's not really a community, but it is a place where you can go to learn about Bitcoin and to, build up your game so you're not going to be the low-hanging fruit. Here's the thing. Living in the Future Community School for Maple Bitcoin and, Bitcoin Citadel, you got to have skin in the game. That costs money to join those communities. It's totally worth it. You see more value than, you get more value than what you're paying for in all of those communities. You just got to bet on yourself with that, right? Two greatest investments in the world: Bitcoin, the best money that was ever invented, and yourself, right? Don't be the low-hanging fruit. Find a community. Start your own community, right? And start on your Bitcoin journey. If you need help and you want me to do a free half-hour meeting with you, the link's in the bio. Click on it, put some time in my calendar, and I'll talk to you. Take care. Bye.